Myself, Niyati Chauhan, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Department of Instrumentation and Control. Our subject is Safety Instrumented System. Okay. And we have started Unit 1, Introduction to Safety Instrumented System. Right? So let's start another topics of Unit 1. In last lecture, I have discussed many confusions in industries. Okay, so we have discussed technology choices, redundancy choices, field devices, test interval, right? Conflicting vendor stories, certification versus prior use. So in last lecture, I have discussed technology choices, redundancy choices, and field choices, right? And in today's session, I discussed about test interval, conflicting vendor stories, and certification versus prior use. Okay. Next, test interval. Test interval. How often should system be tested, right? Once per month, per quarter, per year, right? Some questions arise in industry, right? And some confusion regarding test interval. Does this depend on technology? Do redundant systems need to be tested more often or less often than non-redundant systems, right? So these type of questions arise in industries. Okay, can testing be automated? Okay, does the entire system need to be tested? Can parts to be tested separately? Okay, so some confusion regarding test interval. Okay, so this type of questions and this type of confusions arise in industry. Certification versus prior use. This was done utilizing depending third parties. User demanded the flexibility of using equipment that was not certified by third parties, required to verify and get and it is suitable for particular application. Depend on court law. Here next is conflicting vendor stories, right? Every vendor seems to be touting a different storyline, some going so far as to imply that only their systems outperform any others, right? So these are conflicting vendor stories. Okay, there are many competitions in industry. We know that different vendors are available for different instruments, right? Certification versus prior use. Some vendors obtaining certification to various standards, right? Next is very important questions. What is a standard, right? A standard is published specification that establishes a common language and contain a technical specifications or other precise criteria and is designed to be used consistently as a rule, a guideline or a definition. Standards are applied to many materials, products, methods and services. They help to make life simpler and increase the reliability and the effectiveness of many goods and service we use, right? Standards are designed for voluntary use and do not impose any regulation. However, laws and regulations may refer to certain standards, making compliance with them compulsory. For example, the format of credit cards standard number BSEN, ISO, IEC, right, and 810 1996 defines the dimension. Adhering to this standard means that the cards can be used worldwide. Okay, so this is the basic definition of standard, right? And here which type of standards and its serial numbers, right, given to the last topic, right? Next one, industry guidelines, standards and regulations, right? Here we will study about different standards, right? And in this chapter I will give you overview of standards, right? So first is HSE PES standard, then AICHE CCPS, IEC 61508 standard, NFPA 85 standard, APIRP 556, APIRP 14C, ANSI / ISA 84.00.01 2004, and last one is OSHA. Okay, so let's see first standard, AICHE CCPS standard. Full form of AICHE CCPS is American Institute of Chemical Engineers Center for Chemical Process Safety. Guidelines for safe automation of chemical processes, AICHE, 0-8169-0554-1 1993, right? So this is a serial number of the standard and which year introduced this standard. So in 1993, okay, first this standard is introduced. And how this standard required for world, okay? So here discussed one story. In 1984, gas strategy in Bhopal, India. Okay, you can see in picture, right? And then after AICHE CCPS standard introduced. Next standard, SHE PES. Full form of PES is Programmable Electronic System. Okay, a system based on computer connected to sensors and or actuators in plant for the purpose of control, protection or monitoring. Includes various type of computers, programmable logic controller, peripheral interconnect system, instrument distributed control system controller and other associated equipment, right? So this is a standard for programmable electronic system. HSE, Health and Safety Executive. Programmable electronic systems in safety related application part 1 and 2. UK Health and Safety Executive, and its number is given below, standard number, that is ISBN 011 883913 and 011 88390 3 1987, right? So this is introduced in 1987, okay? And again I tell you, PES, that is a Programmable Electronic System, and HSE, that is a Health and Safety Executive, and both are combined standards, okay? Next, for HSE, it covered qualitative and quantitative evaluation method and many design checklists. Here there are two parts, right? First part, an introductory guide. It was intended primarily for managers. And second part, that is a general technical guidelines, and it was intended primarily for engineers. Okay. Next standard, IEC 61508, functional safety and safety related system. IEC standard 61508 1998. Full form of IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission. IEC standard which cover the use of relay, solid state and programmable systems, including field devices. The standard applies to all industries, transportation, medical, nuclear process, etc. It's a 7-part document, portions of which were first released in 1998. Okay. The intention was that different industry groups would write their own industry specific standard in line with concept presented in 61508. This has happened in at least the transportation, machinery and the process industries. The 61508 standard is viewed as the standard for vendors to follow. For example, when a vendor gets a product certified for use in particular safety integrated level SIL, the certification agency typically use IEC 61508 as the basis for the approval. Next standard, NFPA 85. Full form of NFPA, National Fire Protection Association. NFPA 85 is the most recognized standard worldwide for combination systems. This is a very prescriptive standard with specific design requirements. The standard covers single burner boiler operation, multiple burner boiler, pulverized fuel system, stoker operation, atmospheric fluids bed boil operation, and heat recovery steam generator system. Okay, so this standard covers this type of industries function. The purpose of NFPA 85 is provide safe operation and prevent uncontrolled fires, explosion and implosions. Many countries and companies require compliance with NFPA 85 for burner management system. Thank you for watching video. If you have any query, then you can ask me.